Welcome to the Complete Beginner's Guide to Microsoft Excel. In this guide, you will learn how to use Microsoft Excel as a complete beginner. Excel is a powerful tool for analyzing data and gaining insights, but it can be overwhelming due to its numerous menus and buttons. Today, we're going to demystify these so you can begin to understand the story your data is telling you. When you open Excel for the first time, you'll find yourself on the Start page. Here, in the top left corner, you have the option to start with a blank new workbook. We'll explore this option shortly. Additionally, on the right side, Excel displays a variety of templates that could potentially meet your specific needs, from budget planning to project management. It's worthwhile to browse through these to see if one fits your project right off the bat. Below these templates, you can access recent workbooks you've worked on, or use the search bar at the top to find a specific workbook. Now, let's dive into a blank new workbook by clicking the appropriate icon. This action will bring you to a fresh workbook. Once in the workbook, you'll notice a grid composed of numerous rectangles called cells. The vertical sequences of cells are called columns and are identified by letters at the top of each column. Horizontally, you'll see lines of cells called rows, numbered along the left side. Each cell is identified by a combination of its column letter and row number, such as G6, where G is the column and 6 is the row. To navigate Excel more comfortably, especially if you find the default view too small or too large, you can adjust the zoom level in the bottom right corner of the window. You can zoom in or out using the slider, or by holding the Control key and using your mouse wheel. Now, let's start entering data. Click into cell A1 and type sales. To move to the next cell, you can use your mouse, press the Tab key or the right arrow key. In cell B1, let's type month. You can move down a cell by pressing the down arrow or enter. Let's enter January 2024 in cell B2 as our starting month. If you want to track data over several months without manually typing each one, Excel's Smart Autofill feature can help. After entering January 2024, you'll see a small square in the lower right corner of the cell. By clicking and dragging this square down through the cells, Excel will automatically fill in the subsequent months. Excel also allows you to enter and track data, such as sales numbers. For instance, after typing in your first data point under January, you can continue entering data for each month. If you're tracking sales, for example, you might enter lower numbers for months like January when sales are usually slow, and higher numbers during peak times, depending on the type of your business. By learning these basic functions, navigating the interface, entering and autofilling data, and adjusting your view, you are now well on your way to mastering Excel. Now, once you've entered your sales data, it's often helpful to format these numbers for easier readability. For example, adding a 1000 separator can make larger numbers stand out more clearly. To do this, simply highlight the cells containing your sales data. Then, navigate to the Home tab in the Number group, click on the comma icon, which adds the 1000 separator. However, if your data doesn't require decimal places, you can also remove these for clarity. Still within the Home tab, use the Decrease Decimal icon to adjust the number of decimal places shown. Excel not only facilitates data input, but also management through formatting. A professional tip for power users is pressing Ctrl and 1 to open the Format Cells dialog box, where you can customize cell properties extensively. Let's enhance the context of our dataset next. For instance, explaining low sales in January due to New Year's resolutions could add valuable insights. Add a new column for notes by typing in a header like Notes in cell C1 and enter your explanation in C2. If your text overflows the cell width, simply double-click the boundary line between the column headers to auto-fit the text within the column. Sometimes, however, you may decide against displaying certain information like explanatory notes, which management might already know. In Excel, rather than deleting data, you can choose to hide it. Right-click on the column header and select Hide from the context menu. This keeps the data accessible, but out of sight. To reveal it again, highlight the columns on either side of the hidden column. Right-click and choose Unhide. Regarding the organization of your data, Excel allows for flexible adjustment for column positions. If presenting the month before the sales makes more sense, click on a column containing the month. Hold down the Shift key. Move your cursor to the edge of the column and drag it to the new position before the sales data. Adjusting column width to fully display data is also straightforward. Click and drag the right boundary of the column header, or use the AutoFit feature for optimal sizing. These Excel tools and tips streamline the process of managing and interpreting your data, making it easier to draw conclusions and make informed decisions based on your data's narrative. To further enhance your Excel experience, let's focus on the aesthetic and functional upgrades you can apply to your data tables, making them not only more visually appealing, but also more informative. Begin by converting your data into a formal table. Navigate to the Insert tab and select Table. Excel is intuitive enough to recognize your data range automatically. However, if it doesn't recognize the table on its own, then first make sure to highlight the range of cells you wish to convert to a table. Ensure the My Table Has Headers option is checked if your data includes headers. Then click OK. This transformation instantly applies a clean and professional format, typically featuring banded rows which improve readability. Next, explore the customization options available under the Table Design tab. Here you can select from various styles, but even the default size significantly enhances the visual layout of your data. One powerful feature of using tables in Excel is the ability to add a total row at the bottom of your table. Simply toggle this option on, and Excel provides a drop-down in the total row cell, allowing you to select functions like sum, average, or count, which instantly calculates values based on the data in that column. For example, summing sales figures can instantly show how your business performed. If you need to include additional data, adding rows or columns is straightforward. Right-click on the row number where you want to insert a new row, select Insert, and then input your data. This flexibility ensures your table grows with your needs. For a clearer understanding of data trends, utilize Excel's conditional formatting. Found under the Home tab, this feature lets you apply formatting rules based on cell values. Applying a color scale can illustrate performance across months, where warmer colors like red and orange represent lower sales, and cooler colors like yellow and green represent higher sales, making it instantly apparent which months had the best and worst performances. Try out all the frequently used predefined conditional cell formatting, or feel free to create your own if you don't find one. These tools in Excel not only improve how you view your data, but also enhance how you interact with it, turning a simple spreadsheet into a dynamic and insightful dashboard. With that said, let's now delve further into Excel's functionality. We will now explore how you can manually calculate and analyze data using basic formulas and functions. To perform simple arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, you can use Excel's formula feature. To add up data from the first quarter, you would start by typing an equals sign into a cell, indicating to Excel that you're about to enter a formula. For instance, to sum January to March sales, click into cell B2, add a plus sign, then select cell B3, add another plus sign, and finally select cell B4. After you press Enter, Excel calculates the total. For example, if your formula is equals B2 plus B3 plus B4, and these cells contain your sales data for January through March, Excel will sum these figures and display the result. However, to streamline this process, Excel offers a range of built-in functions, like the sum function, which is particularly useful for quickly totaling a series of values. Instead of manually adding each cell, you can use the sum function. Enter equals sum open bracket B2 semicolon B4 closed bracket into a cell, and Excel will compute the total of cells B2 through B4. This method is not only faster, but reduces the chance of errors that might occur when selecting cells individually. For access to more complex calculations, the Formulas tab on the ribbon menu showcases a variety of common functions categorized under different types, such as financial, logical, or text functions. Browsing through these can provide insights into how Excel can further automate and enhance data manipulation tasks. Another powerful feature in Excel is the ability to sort and filter data directly within a table. If your table has headers with drop-down arrows, you can use these to sort data, like arranging sales figures from highest to lowest, or to filter data to display only specific entries. For instance, to only view the first quarter data, you can use the filter option to select January, February, and March. After applying a filter, the total row, if enabled, adjusts to reflect the sum of the visible data, providing dynamic insights into the filtered data set. As far as sorting is concerned, it can help you quickly ascertain which months had the highest or lowest sales, for instance, while filtering allows you to isolate specific data segments for more focused analysis. If you need to revert to the original data view, simply clear the filters or choose to sort by the original data order. These tools are integral for effective data management, enabling you to adapt the display and analysis according to your specific needs and preferences. Transitioning from tabular data views to more dynamic visual representations, such as by charts, can significantly enhance your ability to quickly interpret and communicate data insights. Let's explore how to visualize your data in Excel using charts and pivot tables, two of Excel's most powerful features for data analysis. To create a chart, you should first select the range of cells. Then, navigate to the Insert tab and select Charts. For beginners, clicking on Recommended Charts allows Excel to suggest the best chart type based on your data. For example, a line chart might be recommended for various data, like sales over time. Once you select and insert your data, you can instantly see a visual representation of your data, which often makes trends and patterns more apparent than a simple table could. Charts in Excel are highly customizable. The chart tools that appear when your chart is selected include numerous options to modify the chart's design, layout, and format, enabling you to tailor its appearance to your specific needs. And that's all there's to this beginner's guide to Microsoft Excel, guiding you through basic Excel functions, formula creation, data formatting, and creating charts. I hope this helped you out. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and see you in the next one.